Cassie Ventura, the key witness in this trial, says she felt like she was trapped and forced to engage in sex parties and stay with Mr. Combs because of videos he had of her at those parties.
And at times, she says she was targeted with violence, even kicked in the back and left with bruises all over her body.
So much to unpack tonight in this latest round of more than disturbing testimony. Kimberly Richardson at the trial for us. She's live in Lower Manhattan. Kim.
Well, Bill, Cassie Ventura spent much of the last 2 days on the stand here in Lower Manhattan. Just a short time ago, jurors saw pictures of injuries she says were caused by Sean Combs. The 38-year-old maintains some of the abuse even unfolded in front of people who worked for him, members of his security team. On one occasion, she says while riding in the back of an SUV, she punched him in the face. He then tried to stomp on her face. Today inside federal court in Lower Manhattan, Cassie Ventura told jurors during her more than decade-long relationship with Sean Combs, she felt, quote, scared, trapped, like how do you get out of this situation? The prosecution's star witness revealed the names of 13 male escorts she says Combs instructed her to hire for so-called freak-offs, sex and drug-filled encounters that sometimes lasted as long as 4 days. Ventura maintained she wanted no part, but did so because she feared Combs' violent reaction if she opted out. The jury saw this text message, Ventura telling Combs, quote, nothing good comes out of FOs, freak-offs, anymore. You treat me like you're Ike Turner.
They're naming names. They talked about the driver giving her drugs, and they're doing the sex trafficking because they're talking about the hitting. It's force, fraud, and coercion.
This afternoon at first, the judge ordered all monitors in the courtroom and overflow rooms be turned off, so only jurors, attorneys, Ventura, and Combs could see 7 images. Ventura testified the images were from videos of freak-offs showing herself with an escort, another one of her alone with oil on her skin, standing next to a bed, yet another, she said, of a woman who once worked for Combs. Ventura says the weekly encounters took a toll on her health. At times, she said, even prescription meds couldn't treat frequent infections. Ventura told jurors Combs repeatedly threatened to release the sexually explicit videos and embarrass her. Still, she said she loved him and sent this text to the father of 7, quote, I can't wait to have a baby with you one day. Happy Father's Day.
The defense is going to try to say that this was all consensual, and they're going to say, why did you go back? They're going to say, why did you send this text? Why did you say I love you? So they're going to really make it try to seem like she had more control than she did.
Ventura is now married, expecting her 3rd child. Her husband, Alex Fine, listened as his wife described one of the last times she says she saw Combs in 2018 when she said Combs raped her, telling jurors, quote, I just remember crying and saying no, but it was very fast. I don't know if he noticed. Now, in November of 2023, remember, Ventura filed a civil lawsuit against Combs that was settled the very next day. Up until now, we didn't know the details of that settlement. Today in court, we learned it was the settlement, $20 million. Ventura will be back on the stand here in Lower Manhattan. First thing tomorrow morning, the defense will begin cross-examination. For now, we're live in Lower Manhattan. Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
you.